Today we're doing Chapter 1, Lesson 8, and we are multiplying rational numbers. And rational numbers are any number that can be written as a fraction, which is just about everything. So the steps for this are, or the rules are, multiply the numerator times the numerator, and then the denominators times the denominator. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. And if one of them is a whole number, we multiply whole numbers with a 1 as the denominator. The best part about multiplying is we don't need common denominators for multiplying or dividing. Number 4, we use around the world if we have a mixed number, or some people call it Texas. When you have a mixed number like 5 1/4, you multiply 4 times 5 plus 1, which makes 21 over 4. You go around the world. Or it kind of looks like a plus sign and a times sign, kind of looks like Texas. And then once the problem is set up for multiplication, we use something called cross simplify. And if you simplify before you start multiplying, it will make much smaller numbers so it doesn't get out of hand. Let's try an example. We have 2 1/4 times 2/3. I want to change that to an improper fraction. So I'm going around the world. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 makes 9. 9 over 4 times 2/3. And when we simplify, we pick a number on top and a number on bottom. And you can do that even if they're not the same fraction. So I can simplify the 9 and the 3 because both of those will divide by 3. 9 divided by 3 makes 3. And 3 divided by 3 makes 1. I can also simplify the 2 and the 4 because both of those will simplify by 2. 2 divided by 2 makes 1. 4 divided by 2 makes 2. And then I go straight across. 3 times 1, which is 3, and 2 times 1, which is 2. And that made an improper fraction, so I have to go divide it out. Man, horse. Top number goes in, bottom number goes out. 2 goes into 3 once with 1 left over. So my answer is 1 1/2. Let's try another example. This time we have a negative in the mix, and a negative times a positive is going to make a negative. So we need to remember my answer is going to be negative, but we work everything else the same exact way. So first, I change this to an improper fraction. 8 times 1 makes 8, plus 3 makes 11, so that's 11 over 8, times 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 makes 14 over 5. Then let's look and see if there's anything we can simplify. We can simplify the 8 and the 14 because they both divide by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 14 divided by 2 is 7. I don't see anything else, so I'm going to go straight across. 11 times 7 is 77, and 4 times 5 is 20. And again, it made an improper fraction, so I need to go divide it out. Man, horse, top number in the house, bottom number outside. 20 goes into 77 3 times, and 3 times 20 is 60, with 17 left over. My new fraction is 17 over 20. So my answer is negative 3 and 17/20. Let's look at some examples on the guided practice. Number 1 says, if 4/5 of the population of a certain town is considered to be middle class, and the population of the town is 2,000, how many people are considered middle class? That word of usually means to multiply, so we want 4/5 of the population, and the population is 2,000, so 4/5 times 2,000. To make 2,000 into a fraction, we want to put a 1 underneath it. That looks like a huge number. So let's see if we could maybe simplify. I know that it ends in a 0, so it must divide by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 20 divided by 5 is 4, and zeros divided by 5 would make zeros. So 2,000 divided by 5 is 400. And then we can go straight across. 4 times 400 makes 1,600, and 1 times 1 makes 1. And any number over 1 is just that number, 1,600. Let's try another one, maybe number 3. A radio station spends 1/40 of each 24 hours in public service announcements. How much time is spent on public service announcements each day? 1/4 of each 24. Well, of means to multiply, and each usually means to multiply, so 1/40 times 24. And again, to change a whole number to a fraction, put a 1 under it. And we're going to try to simplify across. We could divide by 8. 40 divided by 8 is 5. 24 divided by 8 is 3. Then we go straight across. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 1 is 5. 3/5. 3/5 of each day. Number 5, 1/6 of the students at a local college are seniors. The number of freshman students is 2.5 times that amount. What fraction of the students are freshmen? 1/6 of the students. And 2.5 times that. So 1/6 times 2.5. And that's a mixed number that we're going to have to change to an improper fraction. So it'll be 1/6 times 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 makes 5 over 2. Nothing we can simplify there, so go straight across. 1 times 5 is 5. 6 times 2 is 12. So 5/12 of the students are freshmen. Number 7. It takes Awan 8 1/3 minutes to run 1 mile. It takes Kate 1 1/5 time longer. How long does it take Kate to run 1 mile? 8 1/3 and 1.5 times longer. Change those mixed numbers to improper fractions. So 3 times 8 is 24, plus 1 makes 25 over 3 times 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 makes 6. 6 over 5. Ooh, we can simplify. 5 goes into 25 5 times. 5 goes into 5 once. And also 3 and 6. So 3 divided by 3 makes 1, and 6 divided by 3 makes 2. You can simplify any as long as one number's on top and one number's on bottom. So 5 times 2 makes 10, and 1 times 1 makes 1. That's 10 minutes.